Hello, this is Darren with Dry Fork Diesel. I'm coming to you with a video on diesel gelling or fuel gelling. I've got a few tips and tricks to keep your truck running properly, even in the cold weather. What do? Well, first of all, if your wife has the pleasure of parking her vehicle inside and you don't, this is the few days out of the year that you should kick them out. I mean that with all fun intended. But seriously, if you have a spot in the garage that you can park the truck, at least broke from the wind, that might be 5 or 10 degrees cooler than the outside, that's 5 or 10 degrees less that the fuel tank has to come up to temperature. That brings us to the first point. The thing that you need to focus on is not the engine, it is the fuel tank temperature. Fuel tank. You can see that the fuel tank temperature is your number one thing that you need to focus on. So, what are we talking about? It doesn't matter if the engine is up to temperature. If the rest of the truck is frigid cold and it's 10 degrees, the fuel is 10 degrees in the tank and the engine isn't properly warmed up and you haven't got hot fuel back to the tank, you still run a risk of gelling. So, what are the things you can do? Plug it in. Even if it's in the garage. Now this seems counterintuitive, but even if you have a garage that's 30 to 50 degrees in there, broke from the wind and all that kind of stuff, plug it in because that's gonna have the engine warmer and you're gonna start it up and back it outside and let it warm up. And you want as warm a fuel as possible returning back to the fuel tank to warm the fuel tank up. So plug it in, put it in a garage. Okay, what else can you do? Here's the thing. Don't go out and floor it. The faster and the more fuel you need, the more likely it is to gel up and cause problems. So first, before we even start driving it, warm it up for a long, long time. So the longer you warm it up, the more likely you are to get warm fuel into the tank. We almost forgot about another thing, and that is add your additive. Howes, Stanadine, there's a lot, winter grade, that white label box, Power Service Diesel Clean it is. They're all good names. I know it seems like a lot, but the basics is you want your fuel tank as warm as possible before you begin your day. The warmer it is, the more likely you are to not wax over. Once it does, here's how you get it undone. So we're going to draw a line here. We're going to call this prevent. Underline that. This is preventative. And this is, we're going to go to fix it. So what do you do once it's gelled up? The best thing that you can do is either have it towed to a shop that you can put it in and warm it up and just warm the whole truck up, or take it to a gas station, drag it to a gas station, not one with above ground tanks. You need to go fill it up with diesel from a in the earth fuel tank. And the reason for this is that fuel is 50 to 60 degrees pretty easily, sometimes only 40 degrees depending on how cold it's been for a long time. But now you're putting 40 degree fuel in on top of 10 degree fuel, negative 5 degree fuel, 0 degree fuel. So that leads me to another point. This is a quick tip. Don't run your tank completely full in the wintertime. When like during this time that it's super, super cold, run it between half and 3/4 of a tank. That way you have enough fuel to go around and do your daily activities unless you're going long haul, and then you'll be filling it up often anyway. But keep it half full if you're going to be doing short driving, because that allows you to go put warm fuel in it if it starts acting up and if you're suspicious that it's gelling. Go fill it up. I'm going to say with warm fuel. You can stop this video at any time and zoom in on this. Fill it up with warm fuel somewhere. That's my number one recommendation. Number two is park it in. That's a faster way. It's a faster way. And number two is go park it in a warm building. So if you have a truck and it gels up and you got to get it towed and you have a warm shop, you got a heated shop, just haul it to your shop and warm it up. Now, if you're suspicious something else is going on, then obviously you may need someone to address that for you. But anyway, these are the steps. You're really focused on getting your fuel tank warm. It's not about whether your engine is warmed up or not. I can't stress that enough. The fuel tank has no care in the world, and the diesel fuel has no care in the world whether your engine is warmed up and whether you have heat and your buns are warm. It only cares what temperature the fuel is. And if the fuel is too cold and the additive pack is not adequate and the fuel system on the truck is a poor design, we're not going to waste a lot of time in that video because it really doesn't matter. Once it's gelled up and you're in a pickle, you need to know how to fix it. So I hope this helped. I hope to come out with more videos that are helpful, but I hope this wasn't too long. Let me know in the comments, give me some input. I hope this helped you out. Fuel tank temperature is your #1 priority. Get that fuel tank warm and you'll be good to go all day long. Once you're rocking and rolling and going, usually you do fine the rest of the day. Again, hope that helped. Have a great day and stay warm. It's going to be cold.